the nurse that was taking care of me was like, ultra marathon runners get this. What have you been doing? And this moment of someone saying, you are living your life like an ultra marathon runner, and having my physical body respond so violently to the level of doing and lack of nourishing and lack of resting was, it hit me right in the face. And it was profound because I already was teaching yoga and sometimes meditation, right? And so you'd be like, and it's also when I realized, I was like, oh, I have a really, I think I might be using my practices to manipulate and control my body versus be in a relationship with it. So I came to rest are this profound devotion, reverence, and respect for the pause was conceived and also delivered to me in a hospital bed. Where now, when I reflect on it, I was actually looking at these medical records, a few days ago, and I was like, that was close to the fatal edge than I realized at the time. And so for me, when I say that rest and the pause and having a relationship with slowing down and doing all the inner work that is required to move at the speed of life and trust versus machines or production line. When I say all of that has saved my life, it is quite literal. I'm one for metaphor, I'm one for poetry, but when I talk about this, it's literal. So that's how I came to rest, and how I came to it. The night nurse taking care of me asked me one day, she sat on the bed, which I was alarmed by. I was like, this isn't overstep, right? You just like, please just put the medicine on the tray or whatever, take my pulse. Don't. But she sat down and she ministered to me, I'll say. She ministered not just to my body, she wasn't just administering medicine, she ministered to my mind and my heart and my essence even. And she said, like, what is it? She said, so you're living life like an ultra marathon runner. What are you running from? And I start sobbing because I'm like, who are you? Just be a nurse. Don't do all why you do. And then she held my hand and she quoted this scripture from the King James version of the Christian Bible. And she's like, Psalms 46:10. And I was like, I do. I grew up in the Baptist church, just like you probably did. And
Mhm.
she was like, it's be still and know. It says be still and know. It says be still and know. And she invited me into this curiosity around what I might access, what knowing, what wisdom, what possibility I could access in the stillness. And she was an authority to me in that moment, a teacher. And the source that she quoted was a lineaged authority to me because of my background. I had to really sit with that. And she looked around the room. She said, I see, because I had my oils in there. Someone had brought me my yoga books. I had on my yoga teacher costume, so to speak. I was like, I don't even know why I'm in here. I'm so mindful. And so she looked around and she said, see your little stuff in here, but are you really living this practice? And it was in the least judgmental way. It was like, she just was like, what's happening here? There's clearly a disconnection between what's available to you through the practices and how you are living or embodying them.